You guys, there's a freaking killer out there. It is murdering your dreams. And today we're going to talk about it and we're going to figure out how to freaking overcome it so that the world can see your greatness. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Literally. I see it all the time. And because I believe that everyone is connected, we get to talk about it. So, this killer of your dreams, it's been around since the age of time. It is something that we've all experienced in our lives, and it's totally 100% curable. Let me repeat that. It is 100% curable. And if you're watching this and you have any idea what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. When my mom passed away, her friends would reach out to me. And I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful notes to me, and her friends still do. And I just am so grateful for that. The main theme that I heard over and over and over again was that their biggest regret was that she had invited them to Ireland and they never went. They never went. Even though they said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to do it next year. We're on our way." Like they were enrolled in it. Sorry, I've got like wily hair itching my nose. Um, but they never went. And she passed away before anyone could visit her. A couple of people made it. And even those people that made it had wished they'd gone more, right? The number one thing I hear from my clients that I work with, and if it's taken me a while to get them in the door to work with me, once they're starting to work with me, and this is across the board in a lot of companies, especially in the coaching industry, is I wish I had just signed up with you earlier. I wish I'd signed up with you sooner. I'm just taking a moment because it's such a funny thing. And it's so simple, and there's so many ways that we give into this killer. So many. Sleeping, eating, porn, um, dicking around. And these things are literally killing your dreams. So again, if you know what I'm talking about, put it in the put it in the chat. Let me know. Because we get to defeat this killer. There's no time left. Life is now. And we all have the moments of it. But the thing is that there are ways very simply to overcome it so that you can live your authentic life, so you can live in your abundance, in your greatness, and share your gifts with the world. I didn't figure it out yet. I'm talking about procrastination. Procrastination. And what's great is procrastination is one of those things that everyone understands. And it's very, 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 very simple to overcome. It's very simple to defeat. A lot of people probably don't think that it's simple, but it is. And when I'm coaching my clients, especially when we're talking about the video work, they'll get an inspiration and then they start to get in their head. And I did a class yesterday. I just did like a quick tutorial on InShot, which is a editing app that you can use to do reels and stuff directly on your phone to Instagram. And it took me 30 minutes to go through the app. I mean, not very long, answered all their questions. And like, okay, well, this is great. Bye. And I was like, no, 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 no. We booked an hour here. We're going to stay on and you guys are going to make a video right now. And some of them got squirmy. And they're like, no, I got other stuff to do. And I was like, well, how long were you planning to be here? And they're like, an hour. I'm like, okay, let's defeat this procrastination. Like we'll absorb information and then okay, I'm gonna put that aside. I'm gonna get back to it later. No, stop doing that. Jive, dive into it right now so that you've got the skill in your head. So when you're learning something, do it along with whatever you're learning. Like if you were right now, you know, if I was teaching you an app, like follow along with me because those receptors in your brain are going to start creating new languaging, right? So the cure to the procrastination is to take action right now. Right now, like when it pops in your head, I have post-it notes, write it down. Next thing I do. The hardest things, the things that like kind of like give you that crunchy munchy, that like, oh, like on the top of my list today. What does that say? Taxes. I'm doing those today. I started them last night. I get to do them today. Like that crunchy munchy. I'm like, nope. I get to do it. My accountant's getting backed up. I'm like starting to feel that like pressure. Nope, I don't need that in my life. I'm just gonna freaking do it. It take an hour and get it handled, right? So our freedom and our liberation, you guys know I love liberation. Our path to liberation is to stop thinking so much about what we should be doing and just effing do it. So the first step, as I've told you guys a couple of times, is courage. Have the courage just to take that first step. So whatever it is, picking up your phone, opening the app, signing up for the class, speaking your mind, whatever, or saying, you know what? Telling a bunch of people on Facebook, I'm gonna do my taxes today. Right? Or excuse me, YouTube, wherever you're watching this. I'm gonna do my taxes today. You guys get to hold me accountable. I'm gonna complete that. Right? So we also get to have support. We're holding everything inside on our own. We're like carrying that weight or the weight of the world on our shoulders. I talked about that yesterday. We don't have to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. A lot of times when we're procrastinating, it's in our head and we're like, oh God, like just tell someone, just let it out. Oh, and I'll bet other people can relate to the tax thing. It's tax season. How many people can relate to like you get to do your taxes? Maybe you've already done them, which is awesome. And that makes you a leader, a combatter of procrastination. So if you've already done your taxes, but there's something else, take that energy that you took from the doing your taxes and put it into that something else. A lot of times we're procrastinating on the things we want to do the most. It's this really weird, it's almost like we're being gluttons for punishment. Like, oh, I really love playing my instrument. I've got my bass downstairs. I'm not good at it, so, like, it's not tons of joy for me to, like, pick up, but, like, like, when I put it on, I freaking love it. I love it, but the procrastination is the piece of me going downstairs and touching it. If I just touch it, I'll put it on, I'll start playing it. So, just to recap, procrastination's killing your dreams, and I'll also put perfectionism is a form of procrastination. Perfectionism is a form of procrastination because when we're trying to perfect something and perfect it, first of all, that's about you. And when we're doing our work, it's really not about us. And second of all, it's a great way to keep you from, let's say, sharing the video you've been tinkering around with for months. Like I have some clients who've got thousands of videos, but no one knows where to find them. Or they just never even shared them. So that's that first step of courage, right? I have the courage to share it with the world. You'll feel amazing. You will, I promise you. Um, Number two is just do it. Like so when you find yourself, you've got something to do, just do it, you guys. And if you need help or support doing it, call someone, post about it, create accountability. As I said in the beginning, procrastination is very, very, very easy to cure, to combat. It just takes you putting a voice to it and committing to moving forward through it. As I wrap up, I want to tell you guys there's a great book out there that really supported me with my procrastination journey. And I'm a recovering procrastinator. Like every morning, I make the bed. At least once a week, I'm dusting. Like there's like those little things that just support us, right? And moving the ball forward, right? Like after all of these recordings that I do, I download them and I put them on my drive. Like there's just certain actions that I do right away because if I let it pile up, I'll never get to it, right? And then it's like crunchy munchy. So there's a great book out there that really supported me. It's called Turning Pro by Stephen Pressfield. He also wrote The Art of War, two amazing books. I love them so much. And really the theme of both books, but Turning Pro specifically, is get moving. Because The Art of War is also about the muse is waiting for you. She's waiting for you. She's like your artwork, your writing, because he's a writer. It's waiting for you to create it. It's already done. So when we're like sleeping in, which by the way, recovering, procrastinating sleeper, sleeping in, snacking, watching TV, all of those things. There's a time and place for those things, but if you're using them in order to keep from doing the thing you know you gotta do, well, then you are also responsible for killing your own dreams. And we don't need no murderers up in here. We get to have thought leaders, beautiful, powerful creatives. So get your butt in gear today, do whatever it takes. And I'd love to hear if this was supportive to you. So please drop a comment, give me some hearts and likes, and I will see you tomorrow, bright and early. Love you guys. Bye.